You know that universally frustrating feeling of a racing mind, right? Like you finally try to settle down for a peaceful moment, only to have your thoughts immediately hijacked by anxieties, your massive to-do list, and just endless internal chatter. We all crave peace of mind, but honestly, our modern brains are practically hardwired for constant distraction. Well, today we're unpacking a really fascinating source document on the practice of Nianfo. And what's great about this is that it offers a highly systematized approach to tackling this exact problem. In this explainer, we're going to look at the advanced, practical mechanics of taking this ancient wisdom and using it to find absolute peace, literally no matter where you are or how crazy busy your life gets. To really grasp the gravity of this practice, we've got to start with this incredibly powerful quote from the ancient master Shandao. He said, "Single-mindedly chanting the name of a imitable Buddha, whether walking, standing, sitting, or lying down, is called the karma of right assurance." And what really stands out here is Shandao's radical insistence on constant practice. He isn't suggesting this is just some fleeting state of mind. He's pointing to a literal, physical continuity, whether you're walking, standing, sitting, or even lying in bed. It's about bringing intense, continuous mindfulness into every single physical action of our chaotic, busy lives. So in the source text, this approach is famously referred to as the easy path. Now, the reason it's called the easy path is not because it doesn't take immense effort, because it does, but because it is completely universally accessible. It really doesn't matter what your profession is, how little free time you have, or what your daily lifestyle looks like. You don't have to go isolate yourself on a mountain to achieve profound focus. We're going to break down the mechanics of this text into a highly practical step-by-step guidebook that you can literally start using on your commute today. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap. First, the easy path, then 2 states of mind, 4 chanting methods, the 3-3-4 technique, and finally, rewiring your habits. Section 1, the easy path, mindfulness on the go. The core philosophy here is actually pretty revolutionary because it asks you to transform your mundane, everyday chores and routines into moments of profound peace. The source material is very clear about this. This practice is designed to be used exactly where you are, right now. You're essentially taking the dead space of your day, waiting in line, folding laundry, walking to your car, and turning it into an active, mentally clarifying practice. Section 2, 2 states of mind, dedicated versus scattered. The text divides our mental capacity into 2 really practical categories. First up, we have dedicated chanting. This is for when you're completely idle. You don't have any other tasks, so you dedicate 100% of your focus to chanting the phrase, linking one recitation to the next to completely clear out all that mental clutter. But then we have scattered chanting. This is for when your body is busy doing physical tasks, chores, or commuting. Your mouth can still chant, and your mind can still anchor to the phrase, even while your hands are busy doing something else. The text makes a brilliant point here. Honestly, unless you are fast asleep or engaged in deep, complex problem-solving, your mind has an open window of opportunity to practice. Which brings us to Section 3, 4 chanting methods, finding your volume. Depending on your environment, there are 4 distinct ways to actually do this. First is loud chanting. This is vocal, energetic, and open, perfect for when you're alone or if you need a serious boost to wake up your spirit. Next is soft chanting. Here, the sound is so low that maybe only someone standing right next to you might hear it. This is great for when loud chanting has made you physically tired and you just need to regulate your energy a bit. Then we have silent or mental chanting. Exactly what it sounds like. No sound, 0 lip movement, pure internal recitation. This is perfect for strictly quiet environments where you absolutely cannot be noticed. But, and this is key, the source material highlights a 4th method as the absolute sweet spot, diamond chanting. Diamond chanting is when your lips are actively moving, but no audible sound is actually coming out. The text emphasizes this as the absolute best, most sustainable method. Why? Well, because if you only chant silently in your mind, the wandering mind is so sneaky that it's just going to naturally hijack your thoughts anyway. By actually moving your lips, you create a tiny physical anchor. It requires just enough physical engagement to keep your mind locked on the practice without causing vocal fatigue or disturbing anyone around you. It's just a continuous, steady stream of focus. Section 4, the 3-3-4 technique, taming the mind. I want you to really think about this for a second. How do we actually tame the incredibly stubborn, wandering mind? We all know that our attention is relentlessly pulled away by modern distractions, right? Our mental inbox is always overflowing with worries about the future or regrets about the past. To prevent our practice from just becoming another mindless, scattered habit, we need a reliable system to aggressively wrangle our attention back to the present moment. And here is the system from the text, a 10-count rhythm called 3-3-4. It works like this. Step 1, you mentally group your chants and recite the phrase 3 times continuously. Step 2, you recite it another 3 times. Step 3, you recite it 4 times. 3, 3, 4. That equals exactly 10 recitations, and then you just start over. Now, you might be wondering, why not just count to 10? Well, because a straight count becomes completely monotonous, and monotony is literally the playground of the wandering mind. By breaking the sequence into asymmetrical parts, 3, then 4, you introduce this rhythmic variation. This forces your brain to constantly stay alert, just to figure out, wait, where am I in the cycle? It creates this brilliant internal alert system that requires just enough processing power that it leaves absolutely zero room for your daily anxieties to intrude. It blocks out the noise completely. And, as the text notes, once your mind is naturally settled and highly trained, you can actually drop the counting entirely. Finally, Section 5, Rewiring Habits, the Ultimate Goal. The text reveals that this entire practice is, at its core, a process of changing our habits. Right now, our wandering thoughts and anxieties are what we're most familiar with, unfortunately. Through techniques like the 3-3-4 method, we are actively trying to make those familiar anxieties unfamiliar. Conversely, the act of peaceful chanting might feel a bit unnatural and unfamiliar initially, but through deliberate, constant practice during your chores and your commutes, you're making the unfamiliar familiar. You are literally trading your habitual state of stress for a brand new, deeply ingrained habit of peace. The core takeaway here is this: repetition breeds instinct. Through the easy path, diamond chanting, the 3-3-4 technique, you are continuously training yourself. The ultimate goal outlined in the text is that when this practice truly sinks into your bones, something magical happens. The very second your brain has a free moment, the second a task ends or a conversation finishes, your mind won't default to scrolling your phone or stressing about tomorrow. It will automatically, effortlessly default to the peaceful rhythm of the chant. Peace actually becomes your automatic, reflexive response to empty time. So, if you take this ancient toolkit, and if you use your very next commute or your next session of folding laundry to start rewiring your mental habits today, what will your life look like when peace finally becomes your mind's default state? Give it a try and see what happens. Until next time.